What is going on, guys? Back working on the Z, and we have to fix it today because pretty sure I broke it.
Oh no, this could be a problem. I have no idea how this happened.
No idea at all. I couldn't possibly be. Absolutely no idea. Okay, maybe I have a slight idea how it happened, but I knew it was gonna happen. Those axles are garbage. They can't hold up to anything. So I'm gonna have to pull this guy out of there, and we're gonna have to replace this little U-joint on the back so I can drive it around some more and probably break it again. I also got some more exhaust. We're gonna finish out the exhaust, get it out behind the car because right now it goes right underneath the car and it sounds super loud. It's still really loud, but it sounds way louder inside the car than it really is. I'd like to fix that so I'm not breathing fumes. So first things first, let's get that axle pulled out and let's fix that so we can get this thing mobile and back on the road. This thing is gonna need an 8/8 swap soon. I broke a bunch of crap because I didn't know how to take this stupid axle out. Everything I kept reading online how to take these out had another 4-bolt flange on the other side. This one has a stupid nut in the middle that holds it in there. Like old technology, man. Also, I probably should have got a Haynes manual and figured out how to pull it out. But it's out. Let's try to rebuild this thing so I can at least move the car around for a little while longer. And try not to do any more 1-2 power shifts because that's what took this one out. Oh, that was a pain. Still can't get this stupid thing out. This is brutal. Absolute carnage, dude. These suck. I am drenched in sweat. It's like 80 degrees outside. I cannot wait to get rid of these stupid axles. I really need to go to a CV setup because when I break these again, I'm gonna let the car sit until I get these stupid things changed out. These are awful. Got this bad boy back together. Not even gonna bother with the other side because it's a gamble which side's gonna break, even though this one's older. They're still super weak, and honestly, I really need to stop ripping the car. I have no self-control, and I know I'm gonna break another one. Had to replace this line because this one was rusted and leaking. So I need to bleed the brakes. I think I need to adjust the self-tensioner in here because the brakes on this thing are like the most awful thing you've ever felt. You gotta pump them 3 times before they're like nice and firm. I'm pretty sure that's my problem because I've bled the brakes and you have to pump the pedal a bunch to get it to firm up. I just don't know how there can be any air in the line outside of the actual adjuster in here not catching it, and the cylinder needs to expand out even more. You can see all the carnage from this stupid thing down here. I was trying to take this seal cover off and it ended up just cracking. So that's probably gonna leak for sure. Not like it wasn't already leaking, but we'll see. Gonna drive around with cardboard in the back of my car everywhere I go. Hide this guy up in there. Just like that. There we go. Now I can bolt this side up and we can kinda rip it again. No full throttle 1-2 shifts because that's what broke it before. This is enough exhaust, right? You know, just let it dangle out there. Just kidding. Gonna finish up this tail section. Get it plumbed through here. This thing is looking good. I can't decide if I want a single tip or a dual tip. I absolutely love when people put dual tips right here, but obviously there's too much crap in the way. You know, kind of like that, kind of like a Corvette. I think that looks awesome, but definitely would have to change this fuel cell out and mess with a bunch of stuff. Just not in the cards right now. But I do kind of like how that looks too. Obviously I would have to cut this out more. The previous guy that had the car, he put this nice roll pan on here and just kind of half-heartedly cut this out. So it wouldn't be a huge deal if I cut that out. And I kind of like how that looks. But I also don't mind the single exit either. I'd put a nice tip on this or this. I'd have to get a different one of these because this necks down quite a bit. It goes from 3 to like 2.5 inside there and then 2.5 on the outside. Kind of a restriction point. This, not so much. So what I'm working on now is I'm gonna cut this pipe off here. I've already got a nice hanger welded onto there, so this thing is rock solid on there already. Clearance is really good. But I want to put a V-band here, so I have options to put a muffler right here. Right now it's straight piped. It's not any quieter really. It's quieter in the car because the exhaust isn't exiting right underneath, and I can already tell this is going to be way better just driving it around. But I want to put this there, so say I go to the track, I want to put a straight pipe on, just quickly unbolt the V-band, put a straight pipe on, or driving home or long distances, put a nice quiet muffler in here. That'll make the car way more friendly to drive on the street, that kind of thing. And then I'm gonna take this whole thing off, take it over to my friend Matt's house again, use his TIG welder, weld this all up, and we'll be done with the exhaust for a little while. Hey guys, so we're out here in the middle of corn country, and I wanted to do some draggy hits and then mess with the tune a little bit. I just want to say again how easy Terminator is. This thing is awesome. Like, it's dummy proof. I'm definitely not a tuner. I know very little about what I'm doing. But what I was able to do with this thing, and it's hard to see, is I set up a bunch of the outputs and inputs on the Terminator. So before I was using this little button here to get it into reverse. Well, now I actually have it wired into one of the outputs to ground out the solenoid. So when it's below 900 RPMs, it'll let me go into reverse, because if you're shifting from 4th to 5th, you're never going to be below 1000 RPMs if you're ripping it. And if you're not ripping it, well, you obviously know that you're about to put it in reverse and not 5th gear. So super cool on that thing. I also was able to set up 2-step. So by pulling this guy up, I have 2-step because it's set up on a ground wire. But I'll give you a demonstration of that. So that's 2-step. Pretty freaking cool. I can't use it yet, as you guys have already seen. I'm already braking axles because it's making too much power, and it's not even making that much power. It's only like 350, but I have my friend's Draggy here. If you guys have never seen one of these, it's super freaking cool. This will basically give you your quarter-mile time on the street, so you have to have a safe place, hence corn country. So I'm gonna pop this on my roof. This thing is magnetic. Boom, simple as that. Pretty cool. And then all I have to do is connect it to my phone, and we're ready to go. Yeah, those were the sketchiest draggy runs I've ever done in my life. Dude, this thing needs suspension so bad. Literally when you launch the car, it just goes back, and then you shift, and it just dips forward, and then you try to get back into power, and it's just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. The whole time I'm trying not to just smash on the gas and snap an axle. I definitely thought the car would be faster than that, but not being able to kind of launch it really hard, that 60 foot is really, really terrible. I mean, I bet this car could easily do like a 1.8 60 foot. And then I can't really grab second gear. And with the suspension just going up and down, it's really, really hard to just keep this thing planted and go through the gears really fast. It needs a lot of work before we're going to do any more drag racing, but that was really fun. So the next thing I need to do is suspension. Just take it apart, mess with it. But I really don't want to do it yet because I still want to drive the car around at like car shows and stuff. So might work on the Subaru some more, that kind of thing. I also have a lot going on right now that you guys don't know about, but you'll see in an upcoming video, which is super, super cool and I'm excited for. It's not car related, but it will help car stuff out a ton. So let's head back to the house and I will kind of explain everything. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. It was fun fixing the Z, ripping it, doing draggy runs, messing with the Holley Terminator X. Hope you guys learned something from that. But you might be wondering, why is the garage empty? Well, you're going to have to tune into the next video to find out what's going on. So for now, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.